Good morning, fellow YouTubers, and welcome to another grand and glorious episode of Let's Talk, starring I, your host, Let's Talk. It is now 9:32 a.m. on Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. And I actually, what's up, Diamond? Diamond, how you doing, honey? Good to see you. And I actually feel a bit different today because now this is strange. I was sent, usually I get a daily verse every single day. And I usually, wonderful, Diamond, wonderful. But I usually, hang on for a second, fucking phone. Okay, we're set. But anyway, um, like I said, um, I was, I actually, hold on a minute. Anyway, I was issued a couple of, now these are verses. I usually get sent um daily verses every day, but I just never really paid attention to them. Okay. But this time, there was a couple of them. And it says, and I quote, one of them says, "But love ye your enemies, and do good, and lend, hoping for nothing again, and your reward shall be great, and ye shall be children of the Lord." And it says Luke 6:35. That was actually really, really good. And it kind of spoke to me. And it meant this: whether your best friends or worst enemies, you need to learn to love them nonetheless, because they're only human, and humans are very, very flawed and very complicated creatures. Me, I happen to be one of them. I make mistakes all the time. I say a lot of wrong things all the time. But I do say a lot of right things as well. And then here's another one. "Owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another had fulfilled the law." That means that the statement is true. You see, we're going through some real difficult times, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of people that, see, and this, once again, this stems from a lot of the drama and a lot of the things that are going on in the world. See, a lot of us are confined to our homes. A lot of us are not able to get out, are not able to enjoy ourselves because a lot of us are what you call shut ins, but they're not by choice. Sometimes it's because of all this crap going on, you know, and there's so many things going on in this world. It's just negative this, negative that, negative this, negative that. And it affects us as people, whether we're online or offline. And I think that is where all the problems, all the fighting, all the arguments, in other words, we experience chaos and a lot of bad things in our own lives, and we have no place to reflect it. We have no place to vent it. So we come online and just let it all out. And in a way, you know, um, releasing your anger and releasing your frustration, that's good. That's good. But you see, I think a lot of us are misdirecting our anger. Instead of being angry at each other, why can't we be angry at the very thing that made us that way? And it stems way beyond YouTube, way beyond anything that we've ever even comprehended. Whether it's physical or whether it's environmental, it's there regardless. Think about it. We have a bad day, whether it's bad day at work or maybe just a bad day around the house. Just maybe your husband or your wife is, giving you trouble or giving you a hard time. And you're like, "Ooh, I am so mad. I am so mad." So what a lot of us do is we look for somebody to take it out on. So we come on YouTube and we found out, okay, we're beefing with this person today. We're beefing with that person. I've got a lot of stored up anger. I've got a lot of stored up, just, I've got a lot of venom. I want to take it out on this person. I want to destroy this person. I want to just pummel that person so bad. I want to make that person feel exactly like I do. I want to reduce that person. I want to take him or her away and just reduce them down to powder. Because why? Because I feel like shit and I want everybody else to feel like shit too. And I'm just going to say this. It's not really their fault. It isn't. Yes, they have control over their own thoughts and actions. But guess what? People do what they do for a reason. And it could be a number of different reasons. Maybe they're in physical pain and mental pain that they don't want to talk about it online. So they vent about it instead. And see, this is where the toxicity builds up. This is where the toxicity stems from. Because a lot of people don't know how to express themselves. A lot of people don't know how to let that anger out, to let that negativity out, to talk about it. It's so important to talk about how you feel. I talk about how I feel every day on this platform because why? Because I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to you know, to store away or to whatever. Whatever I feel, whatever's going through my mind, I discuss it right here. But I've learned it's okay. It's okay to vent. It's okay to discuss things. But do it in a more constructive way, not a destructive way. And that's what I'm trying to teach myself so bad. And it is the most difficult and most grueling pathway that I've ever taken in my life. I mean, you're looking at a guy that just runs outside, and I do this. You're looking at a guy that just runs outside and just yells and screams at the top of his lungs just because he's upset. And trust me, I do that. I'm guilty as fuck about that. You goddamn rights I am. Very, very guilty about that. And then when I realize, oh my God, what did I just do? Oh, too late. It's already out in the open. So that means I can't do anything about it. But I'm trying to work on that. And it is so goddamn hard to try and fix or change something like this. It really is, because I've been going through the same goddamn path for 46 fucking years. And I've gotten to the point now to where my body is just tired. My mind is just tired. I can't go like this anymore. I can't do any of this anymore. So that's why I'm trying to take, as you say, the path of least resistance. You know, I want to change myself. I want to change myself for the better. So that when people look at me, they won't see me like a monster. They won't see me like, he's just negative. He's just evil. No. I'm a very, very sweet, loving, and kind person. And it's about time that I started acting like it instead of just talking about it. Because I'm sick of being, pissed off at everything. And I've got no reason to. Because online is online. And it's not really as bad as people think. If someone talks negative of me, the best thing for me to do is just follow through exactly what I've been trying to teach myself. Just say this: look, I'm sorry you feel this way. God bless you. That's it. That's all you have to say in any situation. I'm sorry you feel this way, and I'm sorry we can't get along, and all of this. And you just say, God bless you. That's the way to be. That's the way I feel to be. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, especially in the drama community, especially in a community like this, where drama sells and negativity is the key. You know, maybe I'm trying to change. It's taking a while, but I'm trying to change. I just want to thank everybody for being here with me through all my ups and downs and being here through the best of the best and being here through the worst of the worst. And, but I'm going to try my best to try and be the best person that I can be. Be a little bit more positive. You know, maybe I need to go back to my motivation streams that I used to do. You know, go back to my motivation streams. You know, start doing more of my mukbangs that I did. You know, just eating and chatting. You know, I find that very nice. I do. Because it's like, I find it nice because it's like I'm taking you guys with me on basically a dinner date or a lunch date or even breakfast time. And we just, you know, it's like sitting at a restaurant and just, or a place and just talking, you know, and other people could come up there. Yeah. You can bring whatever favorite thing you want to eat or whatever. And, and you can, you know, we can eat and we can talk together. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with good, clean, wholesome conversation. That's what this community desperately needs. Is something clean, something good, something pure, something that's aside from the norm, you know what I mean? People do it all the time. You know, there's a lot of channels out there that grow really, really well without any negativity. Without it. They grow beautifully well. I've seen them. Like with I remember when my sis MER who's in the chat there, she showed me a guy called Rand Jams, somewhere in there. This guy plays nothing but music. And he built his channel off of really, really good positive vibes. No negative vibes in there. And you know, that's what I need to do. And I know I keep procrastinating it, saying, yeah, I'm gonna do it, gonna do it, gonna do it, gonna do it. It's just really, really difficult teaching an old dog new tricks. Because, you know, I was always brought up to, you know, be on the offensive, be on the defensive all the time. Be protective. Protect yourself, have your shield up, have your sword ready. That's how I've been brought up. And I know I have to change that mindset. But it is hard as mother freaking hell to do. Because I've been the same son of a bitch for 46 years. And it's going to be a fucking miracle for me to fucking change. But if I put forth the effort and I really, really focus, but I know for a fact that if I really focus and really concentrate my efforts, and okay, yeah, hang on just a second. But anyway, like I said, I really need to concentrate. I really need to focus my efforts. And if I want to do something positive, I've got to focus on it and don't let anything distract me and don't let anything, stop me from doing it. you know, and I do realize that life is going to throw me challenges. I do realize that people are going to throw me challenges. I do realize that people are going to test me. I do realize life is going to test me. Life is the biggest test anybody can ever go through. And every one of you today, every one of you out here that's in the chat, lurking, whatever, you that life is the hardest thing to deal with. Nothing can hit you as hard as life can hit you. And it doesn't matter what it is, positive, negative, whatever. Life will hit you. Life will hurt you. Life will try to knock you down. Life will try to reduce you to a steaming pile of shite. But you have to realize, and I have to realize this too. Are we really going to sit there and just bend over, or finally get up and actually do something about it? I talk and I preach and I talk and I preach and I procrastinate about a lot of different things. And I apologize, not only to all of you, but I mainly apologize to myself, because I tried to, get myself to change, and I let myself down every single time. I just need to, reevaluate myself and really, really look at how to deal with life and how to deal with people, because, I used to be a really, really good people person. But then I had, a nervous breakdown. And ever since that day, I haven't been right since. And it's just, whenever I get really, really super, super mad or super upset, I just kind of just let it take over and I just let it flow out. You know what I mean? And I know it's good to do that, but there's always a positive, constructive way of doing it. I've just got to, I guess what I'm trying to say is I've got to pull my head out of my ass and fucking really, really, I guess, evaluate myself, I guess. I mean, I know I'm not the perfect person, or I'm not the I don't know. I just, I feel good because I think I'm on the right path to positivity. And I'm going to keep going. And I am going to turn this channel into the best goddamn talk show that there ever was. Because that's what I want to do. And we'll find out, I'm going to talk it over with my sis and a few others. And we'll find out different subjects to talk about and different things to discuss. Like maybe, discuss world events or things that are happening. You know what I mean? You know, God, what else? Um, let's see. Maybe discuss maybe discuss things about things we're going to be doing during the day, or favorite things we're going to be cooking during the day. There's just various subjects, and like I said, I'll kick it around with the fam, like my sis, MER, Ange, Kick, and all them, and we could really, really, really crack down and really, really think about some really, really positive things to really, really bring to this channel, and to really, really use it, and really, really make this channel the best it could be. Because I think that's what we need. I really do. I think that's what we need in this world. We need a little place, a little home, a little corner. I tried to make that on my therapy channel, but I didn't do a very good job. So maybe I can work on turning this channel around, and you know, instead of talking about people, maybe talk about things that are worth talking about. You know, because talking crap on people, it's okay. It's all right to speak your opinion about another person. But when it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and just no good comes out of it, you know, why even bother? If it's going to be just the same story over and over and over again, the same thing over and over and over again, why keep it going? Why keep it alive when you can just say, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to be this type of person anymore. And just walk away from that type of person. And, you know, like I said, I'm always open to ideas, guys. So if anybody lurking in the audience, or anybody in the chat has any ideas of, like, what do you think our talk show, if we're going to have a talk show here, what do you think our talk show should be about? Like, what type of subjects would you like to discuss? Not not other people, or not about other people, but just in general. Like, is there, like, I don't know, is there like something going on in your neck of the woods that hasn't been discussed that you would like to have discussed, so that you can put your opinions on it? Maybe that is, or something. Maybe you have an opinion on a like a favorite video game that's coming out, or just any ideas. I'm open, and I think the comments are open as well. So I would really, really love your input, because, like I said, I'm looking to turn this channel into a really, really good talk show. Not talking shit, just talking, period. Just talking about various subjects, various things, you know, because isn't that what a real chat is about? Isn't that what it's about? Just, because isn't that what normal chats are about? Is just chatting it up, just shooting the shit, and just chatting it up, and getting, catching up on the day. Like, hey, how'd your day go? What'd you cook today? What uh, what kind of interesting adventures did you have in your life today? Because a lot of us can't go out like everybody else. And a lot of us love to love to hear what other people are doing. and what other people, what's happening with other people. Like with me, for instance, I don't get out much. I don't go much. I don't do things much, and that's why I like to hear about other people because I find it very very enlightening, intriguing, so to speak. I find it very very, what do you call it? Stimulating. There you go, stimulating. To hear, hey, how was your day? What's going on? Like with my daughter, I every day I ask her, hey, how was your day? How was work? How was this? How was that? Because it's just, I like hearing things that she goes through, little escapades, little stuff that happens in her life. Because I don't get out much. Hey, I don't get out much, and it's really really nice to hear some, input. You know, I love hearing general conversation. I love, you know, I guess it's because when I was growing up, I really never talked much with my family. I never really did. Pressure, get about ready to get a kick in the booty here. Okay, Trey, come on, let's go. Pressure, you stay. Okay, Serenity, you go out there and do your thing. Duke, you go inside. Come on now. Go inside. Inside. There you go. There you go. Okay. Both dogs are inside and Serenity's outside. So now we got that taken care of. Serenity, go potty, baby girl. Okay. Come on. I know you're cute. I know you're sweet looking. I know. I know. I know. She just loves to play. She's a baby. I don't care. I love showing my baby. My baby girl. I love Serenity to death. I do. I've had a lot of interesting adventures myself. Like yesterday, I went to the water place to get some water, and I took a little stroll with my daughter, and we both went. We both just chopped it up and talked it up. Then, then from there, I came home, rested up a little bit, and then oh my bad, I walked the dogs first. Sorry, I walked the dogs right first off. I walked the dogs, came home, went to the water place, came home with that. Then from there, the wife and I went to the grocery store, got some groceries, came home again, and now we're off to the laundromat to wash clothes. Because, our washing machine busted because it's kind of old. We've had that washing machine since we first moved in here. I believe we first moved in here when my daughter was in the middle of the fifth grade. In the middle of the fifth grade is when we moved in here. And we've been here for, I'd say, probably well over 10 years. Well over 10 years, I believe. Actually, I think it's a little less than that. I'm not sure. But we've been here for quite some time. We've been here for, I'd say 3 or 4 at least. But yeah, we've been here for quite some time. And you know, we've actually had kind of fun here. We really have. You know, and I'm happy that we actually have a house instead of a cramped little little apartment, because I guarantee you the dogs would not like to be in a cramped little stupid apartment. They wouldn't. They would not like it at all. Serenity's a big dog. She needs a lot of space. And Duke would have been fine, but Pressure's a big dog and he needs a lot of space as well. So, and Pressure is actually a pretty interesting case. Um, how we got Pressure was that he, my daughter was like going to the Circle K, to get something to drink because she was thirsty, and so she goes across the street to the Circle K, and at the stoplight, this dog, you know, hung right next to her, and she was like, okay, whatever. So she goes across the street, and the dog follows her right across the street, gets hit by a car, and still follows her. And followed her right into the Circle K. And so my daughter grabbed him and said, "Hey, whose dog is this?" And there was a guy on the street, and and my daughter was like, "How much you want for your dog?" And he goes, "Well," he just said, "Well, I'm not really, I don't really have much. I can't afford him. I can't afford to feed him. Just give me $20 and a good meal, and you're good to go." And that's what happened. They got him when he was a puppy, and they took him in. And but they also said, first, can we get him? Can we get him fixed first? So they got him fixed, and everything was good on that. And he's been a really joy and a really blessing to have around. He really has. You know, we love our Pressure. We really do. And I was just telling them the story of how Pressure came into our lives and stuff. It's really, really neat. But yeah. So, yeah, like I said, Pressure is a very, very big blessing in disguise. And how we got Serenity, well, we just, my stepson had a family member of his, or my son, I should say, had a family member of his that was selling German Shepherd puppies. And he was selling them for about pretty close to about $2,000. But for us, he sold one of them to us for about maybe 700 or 800 because, we were family. Well, yeah. And so Diego got her at my stepson got her at a discount. And we brought her home, and she was just a little itty bitty thing. And I potty trained her myself. Whenever she would want to go outside, she'd cry, and I'd carry her right straight to the corner of the yard, and she'd just do her thing. And then when she got done, I'd pick her up and I'd carry her back. And then eventually she just did it on her own. And here we are 2 3 years later, and she's doing great. She's doing wonderful. She's happy here. She's healthy. She's a very, very beautiful dog. You know, she is. She's a very beautiful dog, and right now she's just enjoying herself. She loves being outside. She loves getting sun and hanging around me, and She and I have got a bond together. We always have. Poor little thing when she when I leave when I leave to go to work on Thursdays when the weather's good, um she stays here and she won't eat, she won't drink, she won't do nothing until I come home. And she just puts herself in a corner and just waits until I come home. And I was like, now that's a loyal dog. I love my dog so much. I really do, man. I would be totally lost without her, I guess. I guess in a way she's like an emotional support dog for me. Because she really is, because she's always there with me. You hear her in the background. She's such a sweetie heart. She really is. And she doesn't ask for much. All she asks is just to be loved and cared for. And that's it. That's all she ever asks. We can learn a lot from our pets. We really can. A lot of the times, animals don't care what you say to them. They don't care what you do to them. As long as you're there to love and care for them. That's all they ever want, is just to be cared for. Seriously. No. All you need is love in this lifetime. That's all you ever need. What's his name? I forget that guy that gentleman that got assassinated. Well, he didn't get assassinated. He got shot. He was a very, very popular singer back in the 60s. God, I forget his name. He had glasses. He was very, very popular. I forget what his name is, but he did a lot of popular songs. And he was very, very outspoken in his time. He really was. And unfortunately, a crazed fan came up and shot him. And that wasn't fair because he would have lived to be a ripe old age. And he tried to do a lot of positive things in this world. And he got killed for it. God, I forget his name. Um, Jake, if you're listening, I think you know who I'm talking about, but I just don't. Shit. Because Jake sent me a few music things by him. And I forget who the fuck it is. John Lennon. Yeah, John Lennon. There you go. What's up, Jack? Good to see you. Yeah, John Lennon. There you go. John Lennon. Like I said, he was a very, very positive speaker. He really was. He spoke out on a lot of things. And he didn't, a lot of the times, he didn't speak through mere words. He spoke through his songs. A lot of the times he speaks, because you see, that's the mark of a true artist. When you speak your words and you speak them truthfully through song. Me, I love to speak words through stories and through the heart of a poet, because that's where I truly lie. Seriously. And one of these days, I'm going to actually write and recite a poem that I'm going to create myself. And who knows, I might turn it into a song. No copyright because it'll be of my own, nobody else's. I always wondered, though, what the heck is this? I don't know if it's cantaloupe or what, but it's really, really weird. I think it's cantaloupe. I'm pretty sure. It did that last time, and my wife ripped it out. So hopefully this one will stay on there and not fall off. That way we could figure out what the heck it is. That's going to be interesting. So, yeah. But like I said, we're going to be turning this channel around into a talk show. Instead of talking shit, we can just talk about things that are really good in the world, that really need to be brought attention to and really need to be addressed, that affect us in a lot of different ways. What? Who's that? I don't know you, though. Who are you? Dave, knock it off, dude. Please. Bye, dude. Oh, Pete Davidson. Okay. How about a timeout? There you go. Nice to talk to you, though. Yeah, good old fat David. Boom, 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 boom. But anyway, I know why he's doing that because he's trying to change the narrative. So, trying to change, it's okay. I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing. And the next troll account that comes in, I'm just going to ignore it and do what I got to do. And that's it. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I got some things I've got to do this morning. So, you guys take care. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.